Just breathe. Allow the breath to rise and fall. Do not try to force the breath in, nor to force the breath out. Simply a sense of awareness only. For this time, we are not going to be trying to do anything. We are not trying to attain a special state, nor to reach anywhere. Just breathe. Allow the breath to rise and fall, naturally, of its own accord. Noticing that the breath will naturally deepen itself. Do not get involved with the breath. Just allow the sensations of breathing as the breath comes and goes. Become aware of the sensations in your body. But for this time, placing no judgment on these sensations. See if it's possible to simply be aware of all feeling, of all sensation, but without labeling good or bad, without placing any mental image on any sensation, nor to name any sensation. Simply allow and be aware of the breath and all of the sensations in the body. Becoming aware also of the mental and emotional state that you find yourself in. And any mental or emotional state is absolutely fine. There is no state of mind that would stop you from meditating. Simply become aware of any thoughts that are running through your mind, any feelings, any emotions that are there. And just in the same way that we are placing no judgment or image or name upon the breath or upon the sensations in the body, so too do not label any thought or emotional state in this way. Simply become aware of what already is. There are no good thoughts or bad thoughts. There are no good emotions or bad emotions. Whatever there is, simply is, and be aware of this now. But there is nothing to do. There is nowhere to go. We are not trying to change anything or fix anything. We are simply bringing ourselves to a point of awareness. And any thought that arises in your mind, simply do not get involved. Just allow the thought to be. Allow the thought to play out in its own way, in its own time, like a cloud passing across the sky. For this time, we are simply going to observe, without becoming attached, without becoming involved. simply disregarding any and all thoughts as unimportant. There is no need for thought or feeling in order to do this practice, and the mind and emotions may come quite strongly, but this is okay. All can be left alone. Very good. Now, opening awareness to the atmosphere around us. Any and all sounds that are in the environment around, just becoming aware of these sounds coming and going. Just as we remain aware of the breath coming and going, the sensations in the body, rising and falling, coming and going. Perhaps becoming aware of the temperature on your skin. And see if you can simply notice what the sensation feels like without placing any evaluation on this. Just the sensation as it is. And staying relaxed with this, noticing our tendency to tighten up as we try to pay attention to many things at once, but simply noticing that your attention continues without your involvement. Your awareness remains. Do not get involved with any sensation. Do not get involved with any of your senses. Simply allow all to be as it is now. And if you find that your attention keeps wandering, this is okay. Naturally, by habit, our attention will become fixated and focused on thought, and thought will lead us down a particular thought stream or train of thought. But simply becoming aware that this has happened and returning your attention back to the body and the breath is enormously powerful. So each time this happens and your attention is distracted, simply and gently return your attention back to the body, the breath, all of the sounds around you, the temperature on your skin. And there is nothing to be done. Nothing you need to figure out, nothing you need to fix. Nothing that you're trying to do. Nothing to plan for, nothing to analyze. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Nothing at all, except to breathe. Just being. Noticing the safety and security of this present moment. And do not allow yourself any thoughts of future at all. After all, the future does not actually exist. The future can only exist in your mind as a prediction, as worry, as imagination. But the reality is that there is no future. By the time this thing we call the future arrives, it will still be now. So remaining here, in this present moment, perfectly safe, perfectly secure, perfectly serene, nothing to be done, and there never was. So too we find it quite easy to simply let go of the past. The past can only exist in our mind, as memory, as rumination, as regret, as sadness. So simply do not pay any attention to any thoughts of past. Simply remain here, safe, secure and serene within this present moment. Nothing to be done. Nobody you have to be. Nothing to analyze or interpret. Simply being. Very good. Now, beginning to empty yourself of memory or prediction. Emptying yourself of name, of self-image. Letting go of any stories that you tell yourself about yourself. Letting go of the story of me. Just simply closing that book for now. We can reopen it again at any time if we wish, but just for now, no stories. We are exhausted by this story, so simply taking note of where we are in the story, but let's close that book now and just leave it to one side. We've had enough. A sense of emptying, a sense of clearing, a sense of washing away. Just empty, empty, empty. Do not hold on to a single thought or feeling that arises. Do not hold on to any memory that brings itself to mind. Thought may continue, images will reappear in your mind. This is okay, there is nothing to do. Just allow them to come and go. All thought will pass eventually. And now, visualizing the room that you are in, without opening your eyes, forming that mental image in vivid detail. What is this space in which we are in? Allow your attention and awareness to cover the entire room. But just for this time now, this is an empty room. There is no one in here. Visualize this now. This space around you is empty. You are not in this room. Awareness continues to function, aware of sensations and of the breath. But just for this time now, nobody feeling these things. They exist independently, nobody there to feel them. just feeling. Empty, empty, empty. Nobody here. And there never was. Nothing ever began, and nothing will end. Just what is now. Resting in this present moment awareness. But nobody here who has to be anyone. Nobody trying to make plans. Nobody trying to fix anything. Just what is now. Taking a moment now to simply remain empty and open in this new field of spaciousness. Nobody inside, nobody outside. Simply remaining aware of the breath only, and empty, empty, empty. Now, reopening eyes, and without judgment or analysis, noticing the colours around, remaining aware of the breath and the sensations in the body. Do not allow your attention to be pulled into thoughts or feelings. Remain open, remain empty, without name, without history, without stories, without future. Just what is now. Noticing how strongly that story tries to reopen itself. But now, how much easier it is actually to simply not become involved. That any negative emotions have somewhat lessened in their severity and their impact. That actually you are completely free. You are already completely liberated. You can only be bound to this negativity by the stories that are playing throughout your mind. But in reality, there is no story. Remaining open, empty, spacious. Remembering that you can always bring yourself back to this space of openness, this present moment. And in that ground of being, the emptiness of being, you can be fully